In this video, we're going to talk about the 3 splurges that save me 15 plus hours every week and why they're the best investments that I've ever made. As someone who's worked in finance for 10 years and has juggled multiple side projects, I've tried dozens of ways to maximize my time. These 3 areas have completely transformed how I operate, and I'm going to show you exactly how. We're going to cover 3 game-changing investments. First, why spending $300 per month on fitness actually saves me time and energy. Then, why I pay premium prices for knowledge instead of treasure hunting for free resources. And finally, the outsourcing decisions that free my mental bandwidth so that I can focus on what actually matters. So, let's get into it. I used to DIY my workouts, spending hours every week researching and planning what my days at the gym would look like. But it was inefficient and I was constantly hitting plateaus because I didn't have time to master fitness while I was working a full-time job. So I joined a CrossFit gym for $300 a month where the coaches are the ones that handle the programming. What I realized is that not only was I becoming fitter, faster, I was gaining hours back because I was outsourcing the mental load of programming. Plus, CrossFit has become my social life now. Before I joined this gym, I focused on aesthetics. How good do I look in the mirror? And I was ignoring key exercises like squats because it didn't directly impact my appearance. Now I focus on functional fitness, squats, cardio, and even skill work like handstand push-ups. Because now I realize that fitness, like life, is not just about looks, it's about being the real deal. Fitness is a lifelong journey. It's not a 90-day sprint, and it's easy to burn out if you're not having fun. CrossFit makes it fun. The community keeps me motivated, and I've made dozens of local friends, which has been great. By the way, if you liked the video so far, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I used to think that I could learn everything for free, but it takes forever, and I was wasting time instead of accelerating growth. So I now splurge on books and courses so that I can level up my knowledge faster. For example, I'm learning YouTube production through paid courses. Yes, I could learn anything on my own, but it'll take me months or even years to figure out everything that you need to. And so by investing in high quality courses, what I'm doing is shortening the time to master the skills that I want to so that I can get ultimately where it is that I want to go. And once I can master certain skills, then I can stack on top of that and invest in another course or book so that I can learn the next skill and keep growing and stacking on top over a long period of time. I've always seen books as a way for me to broaden my perspective, and each book costs $10 or $20, but potentially has knowledge in there that's worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars to me. I've always seen books as an investment into myself. If there's something that I'm interested in, I'll buy a book so that I can delve deeper into that topic. And I really think that over a long enough period of time, if you are exploring topics that you're interested in, eventually they will connect in ways that is hard to imagine. And you never know how it's ultimately going to connect. So you can be researching one topic and be really hyper obsessed and interested in it and study it for a couple of months. And then maybe a couple of years later, you find another topic that you're nerding out on and exploring and buying books and learning more about. And you'll realize that it connects to that topic that you were thinking about years before. And so once you can combine them together, what you're doing is creating a new original idea. And that's all because you were taking the time to research something that you're interested in and invest in yourself so that you could get that knowledge. To me, skill development is an infinite game, and you can take it as far as you want to. I see knowledge as a return on curiosity. And so if you're investing in books and courses so that you can learn more, what you're doing is investing in yourself. You're betting that those investments will reap rewards for you in a business sense once you're able to create new original ideas. The more that I invest, the more that I see myself going down the rabbit hole of mastery. The third thing I splurge on isn't a product or service. It feels counterintuitive for anybody that's used to doing everything themselves. Most people think outsourcing is only for the wealthy, or they feel guilty if they pay someone to do something that they're perfectly capable of doing themselves. I know because I felt the exact same way. But I realized that outsourcing isn't about being lazy. It's about buying back your most valuable asset. I used to spend hours hours cleaning my apartment. Deep cleaning was a chore that I dreaded. It ate into my weekends and I just really didn't like to do it. So now I pay for a monthly cleaning service. My place is spotless and I've gained hours back. Plus, living in a clean space reduces my mental anxiety and just makes me feel better. Grocery shopping was another time suck. I would get frustrated at the store, and so I wouldn't go and then order takeout instead. So now what I do is I pay a grocery delivery service, which costs a few $100s a year, but it actually saves me time and money because it gets me to eat more meals at home. Outsourcing really isn't just about convenience, it's about prioritizing your time for what really matters to you. By delegating the tasks that I don't like, I've freed up physical and mental energy that I can use now so that I can focus on my goals. When it comes to splurging, focus on investments that pay you back in time, knowledge, or energy. Whether it's fitness, learning, or outsourcing, these investments have transformed my life. So if you're ready to level up, start by focusing on investments that can buy back your time because the return on investment is priceless.